Yo, what's up? Also, you mean you're with the finesse skincare. We gotta be better as people. Gotta be better at people as people. Things tend to work better. We strive for better. If you don't pick yourself to strive for better, how would you get better? Give me an answer. The thing that would always fall back to, what got you better? What always made you better as a person? Doing something, trying something new to understand and see do you like it, don't like it. If you don't like it, you're going to put it in your mind that I do not like it. Now, it's a different from saying that I don't like it and didn't fully try it. You can't 30% effort try something and expect to get the full effects or whatever it may be. I can't go into a job thinking that if I put 30% of my effort into this job, that everything should come out of it as if I was doing it 100%. Excuse me, I got a fucking hiccup. So even if you're doing something at 100%, the thing that tends to happen is you force feed your brain. When you force feed your brain, you tend to open your learning curve. Let's put it as in a rubber band. Okay, a simple rubber band. You have it in, you know how it stretches open and close, stretches open and close. So you may look at your learning curve as that rubber band. And when you tend to force feed, you tend to open the size of the rubber band. So you're more acceptable to learning more and understanding more and taking in more knowledge. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. And the thing is, it's more of a obstacle of mental and spiritual life. Because it has a picture. It has this picture spiritual because you have to have a relationship with God to understand what's going on in your mind. That's your temple, you know? And for the mental aspect, you gotta have mental strength to want to understand those type of things. Got a couple topics I want to talk about. When dealing with relationships, just say you're the friend and you have a friend that's in a relationship and they've been in a relationship for years. You have a friend, you're dealing with a relationship like that as a friend, you know, most of your input on things that they should do shouldn't be so aggressive. Don't be so aggressive about how they should do things if they've been together for a while. If you haven't been in a relationship as long as they have, learn. It's a lot of things that we do now, and people never understand the main thing of why are we here. It's to learn, explore, understand. If we're not doing that, what are we doing? We're just living. Now, in the same sense, we live to die. The thing is, if we live to die, we only have that moment from the beginning of the living and the ending of the dying to understand and learn and grasp as much wisdom and give it out in that point of time. People thinking that they think a lifetime is is 100 years, you know, but it's different than that. It's different. It's not as so large like that. Anything may happen in your future. You know, anything may happen into your future, to anything that goes on. That's even like in the relationship, the same relationship I was talking about. You're in it, and they've been in it for 8 years. They make it be in this relationship for 8 years, and then on the 9th year, they stop talking. You know, so that's another reason why I'm saying you're on the outside of, in the friend situation of a relationship. I understand they may ask for advice, but do not give pessimistic advice. Do not give pessimistic advice. Why would you give pessimistic advice for someone who's asking for advice? Regardless of being real, I think people got it mixed up between being real and being pessimistic. Being real is telling you the actuality of what's going on. Being pessimistic is telling them this is what they should do. You should do this. No, don't say this is what they should do. This is what you would do. Doesn't work like that. In times of understanding the world right now is very crazy and very black. I would say dark shaded, because it's hard to understand things that are going on because there's so much snake in the grass. There's so much behind the scenes subliminal, and it's never straightforward and on top of the cover in the sense of how you see it. You learn the things that you be around. Why? Because those things around you will always be different. We always strive to be better. In the process of being better, we get into the process of being different. It's just like with me doing YouTube videos. This is my first one I ever did. And the thing that I am trying to do is express myself in a fluent manner. I don't want to be just so like cut off from it naturally coming. And sometimes when I be in conversation with other people, I could naturally spit or naturally talk about a certain thing, and it naturally brings out the exact thing I need to say, just dealing on whatever the situation or conversation may be. And I'm learning to progress that now. When you strive to be better as a person, you tend to meet people that are already there. And even those people that are already there, you might feel like they are, but in their thoughts, they're like, hey, it's I'm not perfect and I still have ways to go. And that's the thing you can't blame. The only thing you have to do is understand why do they always feel like they have a ways to go, because it's not a limit on what you can learn and work on and build to be better. People put themselves in situations, in depression situations, don't really know how to talk themselves out of it. The thing is, it's not really talking yourself out of it. We have God. Understand this. I'm not perfect with religion, but I do have a relationship, and God tends to not actually vocally talk to you. It's more of a hint and sign, hint and sign, hint and sign. You have to understand when those hints are. You have to understand when those signs are. If you don't, your mental, your spiritual strength with him may be a little too weak, and you may need to do a little bit more. You may need to just get a little closer to God. I mean, in some people's cases, getting closer to God is reading the Bible at home. Some is going to church and getting the wisdom. Some is just praying on an often basis. Whatever your case may be, I don't want to be the person to be so specific on which way you have to do this. It doesn't matter, because regardless of if we do something wrong or right, God know us from the beginning to the end on what we're going to do and how we make our decisions. The thing is, God sent hints and signs so we can be able to adjust our life, to be able to say we do have a grasp on things that can change in our life. And he give us that conscience in the back of our head, knowing that this is the right thing to do. And how many times have you ever got the right thing shown in the back of your mind and you still went and did the bad thing? I know personally, I done did that. I can't count on my hand. I can't count with my hands and my toes. It just take more of a patience and respecting the progress or the progression. I'm not rich. No, it's not. That's not the thing, If I can learn all the things I need to know not to get rich, like I'm trying to get rich. It's just, let me understand myself. Let me understand what goes on in my life. Let me understand the things that go on in my mind and why do they go on in my mind. It's not being so specific on those things. It's more being open to learning new things about yourself. When we was younger, we always we wanted to learn something new. We tried it. We see someone jumping off a box outside. Uh, they're jumping off a box. Let's see, can we jump off this box? And after some time jumping off the box, we jump off the box different. Now we jumping off the box doing some type of jump where we kick our legs in the air. Now we jumping, clicking our heels together. You know, that progression is showing, or that example of progression is showing how you can progress into doing backflips. Or you reading a book. And you might be horrible at reading, but even if it was magazines or newspaper, whatever it may be, if you read it enough, your reading speed and your reading take in it would increase. And that's like the progression of life is. Whatever you're doing, if you're at a job, if you're at this job, the first day you're not going to know how to do everything, but in repetition of you doing this same stuff every day, you will learn to perfect it. You will make yourself a perfectionist because you want to make this job not just a thought it out thing, but more of a easy to do. I can handle it. I can knock it out. Like I said, that's life. I'm a gym rat. I love the gym. I be in the gym. But the thing is, with me being in the gym, I learn how life is. Life gives you problems. If I didn't work out, life would naturally give me problems because I may grew up having a habit of smoking, grew up having a habit of drinking liquor, grew up having a habit of drugs, whatever it may be. And by you naturally not trying to work on your own body and keep yourself healthy for longevity, your body will start decaying in the sense of there's no fight back in you. Your body is just letting whatever happen. You know, it takes a strong mind to kind of focus on what's really going on and actually strive for something bigger and better. The gym gave me understanding because by me forcing myself, not forcing myself, but me making myself work hard as I possibly can to be better, my results and my blessings came faster, easier, quicker. And that's the thing we reach for as men. That's the thing we reach for as women. It's not a race. It's not a who get to the spot first. People are there. Some people they probably never get it because they're not interested in learning more than what they already know. If I do 100 push-ups a day, sooner or later, those 100 push-ups are going to go to 200. 200 to 300, 300 to 400, so forth and so on. But the thing is, what would you be teaching yourself is always better yourself. Never get stagnant. If you get stagnant, you stay the same person. It's some people who got out of high school and never choose to learn any more things than what they already learned. It's books. You don't have to go to college. I'm not telling the people who are going to college, stop. I'm saying you don't have to. It's a lot of knowledge to be given in this world right now without a college, and you just got to be able to be willing to open your brain. If not, then that's going to be the thing that hinders you from the great blessing that life can give you. Before I get rich, I want to be able to be mindful of who I am. Let me say again. Before I get rich, I want to be mindful of who I am. I can't stress that not no more than what I'm stressing. I might get a blimp made and have that riding and flies around Mobile all freaking day. But I can only call this real shit chronicles, regardless of it being so vulgar and so straight to the point. Give me a second. In due time, I will be better at doing this.